All right. I will go ahead and open the public hearing on the Caroline solar siting law. And this meeting is being conducted by Zoom teleconference, will be recorded and posted to the town website. So I will open the meeting for public comment. I do have some comments to offer. I don't know if it makes sense to make them now or after the any public comments that people wish to offer. I think normally we solicit public comments first and then proceed from there. So I will do that. So if anybody would like to speak about the solar siting law, they're welcome to do so now.
There's some guy named Paducah here that's listed as a participant. I don't know if he wants to say anything or not.
No, not particularly.
How are you, Bill?
I'm doing fine, Cal. I'm glad you caught her. That's all I can say, you know.
Oh, me too.
Yep.
Great. Okay, so I will just make a few comments and just a brief review. And I want to thank Bill not only for the quality and the planning board for the law, but then providing us his summary comments for how the process the planning board went through in constructing that. So the things I noticed were that they studied other laws, including the state regulations, the ORAS regulations that govern large-scale solar, and to the degree possible, they made the Caroline law consistent with those ORAS regulations. I thought they made a really sensible sizing designation for the small, medium, and large designations, where the small basically is anything that would be governed by the unified solar permit at 25 kilowatts or less. And above that, the medium would be the distinction between medium and large is designated by an area threshold of 2.5 acres. And I thought that made a lot of sense. And that particular number of 2.5 acres was based on the short versus large, whatever they call it, the environmental assessment form that would be required for seeker review in an ag district. So it was nice to see that consistency built in. Bill stated that they minimized regulations as much as they could and made them appropriate for Caroline. So I thought that was really good. So those are the general points that I noticed. And I just wanted to, I thought I would finish by noting the comments that Guy made upon his final review of the site plan law. So this is actually what he wrote. He said, Hugh, a close read and edits to make sure it all worked harmoniously was not hard, but it was time consuming. Thus, I suspect I have a solid idea of the hundreds of hours the planning board put into not only review and creating a first and then final working draft, but creating this version. This version was exceptionally congruent in terminology and procedures from front to back. In some other words, 1, there were no material disconnects. 2, I rarely see work of that quality. And 3, this shows that someone, and perhaps more than one, painstakingly went through this line by section by page and did a thorough job. Not easy stuff, to be sure, and I was impressed. And then he finishes, so with updates and accolades in hand to help convey comfort that you have a solid final version for consideration at public hearing and adoption, please let me know if there remain questions, concerns. So I felt like that was a pretty high praise coming from our attorney, though. So, and I did reread the final draft, and I have no edits or anything like that to offer. And I guess what I will do now, or should have done, is my comments should not have been a part of the public hearing. But I am going to close the public hearing. And but
Mark, did you say you had other comments that came in that you were going to, or those were your comments?
those were my comments. I didn't have comments from anyone else, Tim. No. None came into you, right, Jesse?
No.
Right. So with no alterations and no suggestions or recommendations or concerns expressed by the town board, I would propose to call for a vote, or I'll offer a resolution to adopt the Caroline Solar siting law as presented at this public hearing.
Do you need a
I'll
second?
second it.
Seconded by Cal, and discussion or comment.
I think the planning board did an incredibly thorough job in preparing this law. We should be thankful to them.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you all.
A job they should be proud of.
Yeah. And I know that Will was on the meeting earlier. I don't see her now, but I'm sorry about that. Okay, so if there, I concur
There
with
she
those.
is. There's Will.
Okay. Will appeared?
Yep.
Will is labeled as Cal Snow.
Yeah. Will's Cal Snow.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, Will, I called you Cal Snow.
I don't think I'm the heifer. Never mind.
You have to call for a vote, Mark.
Yeah, okay. So without further ado, I'm going to call for a vote. All in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Opposed? Great. The Caroline Solar siting law is now adopted. And thank you very much to the planning board. Thank you so much. So. Great.
Adopted faster than a fleeing heifer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And adopted at the first run of the new AV system. So that's exciting. So. All right. So
How's it look? How's it look working from your angle? Everything,
you know,
AV system. Good.
It's really good. What I'm finding is I'm staring at my screen, but I'm not supposed to. I'm supposed to stare at the wall
Right.
because that's where you are, and it's much better on the wall. So it's interesting. Your shirt goes from
to.
it's just a high quality monitor, so the colors are really vivid. It's easy to see.
Good.
It's sweet. So we have the technology in place. We can do this now. So we'll just have to.
What to use?
Right. So Jesse and I were looking at, how to lay out the room today, and we'll have to make some decisions about how we manage things for in-person, for people coming in. The complications we've all discussed with vaccinated versus unvaccinated people and distancing measures and all that. So I'm
Still
hoping
part
to
of the
learn.
hearing, Mark, do you want to turn off the recording?
Close the meeting.
You gotta
Close the meeting and
thing.
then we can keep talking.
Yeah. Okay, so I will offer a motion to close tonight's meeting.
Second.
seconded by Tim. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great. Okay, meeting is hereby closed.
And I just want to say